And you know, when I get that little window, I gotta hop through it. It's like Luke Skywalker firing that missile into the Death Star. It's a very small window, but I gotta hop through it. And I caught her on a really good week last week. She goes to me, she called me up. She said, "Could you do me a favor? Could you pick up a toy? Could you know, use it later in bed?" I was like, "Sure." So I stopped by Toys R Us, came home. Shoved the Beanie Baby in her mouth and fucked her in the ass. It was great. No baby was harmed during the making of that love. All right, you guys ready for some more show? Yeah, ready to keep it going? All right. Wow. Oh, okay. Sorry, I had an itch. My apologies. The next comedian, very funny man. He's an up-and-comer here in New York City. Please give him a round of applause. Help me welcome the very funny Tucker Portis, everybody. Hello. How are you? Good. I work with kids, so I was kind of offended by that last joke. But then again, I'm pretty uptight, so most stuff offends me. A lot of people think that, you know, the later a comic comes on, the better they're going to be. Well, I just want to let you know up front that, you know, you may be in for a bit of a surprise. Anyway, to get ready for tonight, I went to some open mics, and this weekend I brought a date to one. The mic went okay, but she doesn't want to see me again. So I guess it's true what they say, this is better than sex. And in this case, it has to be. So my mom's here tonight. And that doesn't give me the same pressure of a date. She'd love it even if I hung myself up here. Well, not literally. Oh, anyway, I'm a therapist. And, and I got into this work because of my deep respect for women. I try to prove that every day in my work. Because when you're a straight white male working in a feminist agency, you gotta leave your balls at the door. I'm not saying I got a problem with women's lib. It showed men for what they really are, wimps. I worked with this guy, his wife left some dirty dishes in the sink. Oh no, wait a minute. She forgot their anniversary, so he left some dirty dishes in the sink. Why doesn't he just pay for her dates with other men? You know, the one thing they tell you not to do as a therapist is you can never, ever sleep with a patient. Believe me, I've tried, but you can't. And then they say, you know, why do you bring up things that have nothing to do with why I came in here? Well, we do that on purpose. If we annoy them, they'll just come out and tell us what's bothering them, and then we don't have to work as hard. So, it seems like you're leaving dirty dishes in the sink is reminiscent of what you did with your mother. Look, if you tell me I want to sleep with my mother one more time, that joke is better when my mom's not here. So, anyway, at the end of the day, when we're all done, we might have a little dinner party. The other day I was having one. The food was ready, the house was in order, and all the right people were invited. That is until a couple of people from a certain minority group arrived. There ought to be a law. I almost called the police. They're everywhere, these damn hippies. What do you call a hipster that doesn't use deodorant? I don't know, I just wanted to shut the hell up in my lit class. What do you call somebody who doesn't bathe, voted for Ralph Nader, and listens to NPR all day? The kind of guys my ex-girlfriend prefers to date. Now, I was talking to my friend that I wanted to do this joke about hippies avoiding the draft. He says, how are you going to do that? There is no draft. So I said, oh yes, so what's the point of being a hippie? He says, now wait a minute, there's the war in Afghanistan. I said, what are they going to do about that? He says, well, they're going to smoke a joint, listen to NPR for half an hour, and then take a nap. Next to my ex-girlfriend. And speaking of feminism, which you know that I already really love, I think it's great, but when it comes to door holding, I think it's, you know, gotten out of control. A woman heads towards the door at the end of her day of work, and a man cuts in front of her. She's left with a choice. If he holds the door for me, then I'm back in the kitchen. If he doesn't, then he's just a jerk. So I guess I'll wait 5 minutes, and then it won't count. 4 minutes later, 10 more schmucks go through the door. Oh my God, now what do? Do I have to wait 5 more minutes? Or 5 minutes each for every guy that just went in there? Switched around. All right, so anyway, I'm almost out of time here, and that's probably a good thing. On the weekends, I'm taking a sketch writing class. I like to do little things for myself in between the bad dates. So, here's how it goes. It's a fact. As of May 2007, the spread of venereal disease was on the rise amongst the elderly. Fact. They were really enjoying themselves. Why did I even add that part? So the locus of this activity was in the villages just outside Orlando, Florida. And we join them now for a little song as they sit down in their cafeteria. I show you pictures of my grandkids. Then we spend 2 hours playing bridge. I drone on and on to you. I forget my story halfway through. Then I feed you Gerber's baby food, and that's what makes us horny. Do you love me when I'm old and cold and gray? Will you come with me to my swinger parties and we'll do our thing all day? So that's the question I want to leave you with, you know. Are you still going to love the one you're with when you're both old and gray? And will you be willing to share that love with several other couples in the mid-sized retirement community just outside Orlando, Florida? Thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.